Assalamualaikum and hi my beloved student. Welcome back to my physics class. How do you feel right now? Do you feel good? I wish everyone healthy and stay safe. I'm so excited to introduce a new topic for today, 2.4 Inertia, which is covered in chapter 2, Force and Motion 1, Physics 4.4. Throughout my video, students may refer to the textbook, page 52 to 57. Now, let's check the learning standard you need to fulfill for the topic inertia today. First, you must know how to explain the concept of inertia with an example. Second, justify the effect of inertia in daily life. Let's begin our topic with an example. What you can observe from the video. Look at the woman. What does she do? As you can see, there is a tower of block and she pushed the bottom of block. What happened to the remaining block? Does the remaining block stay in one place? Does it move along removed block? Why the remaining block stay in one position? From previous example, give us some ideas of the concept inertia. The definition of inertia is a tendency of an object in motion to remain in motion, and object at rest remain at rest, unless acted upon by a force. This concept of inertia is explained in the Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion, known as law of inertia, states that an object at rest remain at rest, an object in motion remain in motion, unless acted upon by an external force. What is external force? An external force is defined as the change in the mechanical energy, that either kinetic energy or the potential energy in object. Example of external force is friction force, normal force, and air resistance. Referring back to our last example, now let's take again at the woman. She swiped the bottom of block. The block are all in at rest. So when she tries to move the bottom one, the rest follow the movement. So they will keep their initial position and fall vertically on the top of the table. This is called the inertia. The object at rest remain at rest. There are two conditions. First law of motion is depend. First condition, object at rest. Second condition, object in motion. Now let's take a look. First condition, object at rest. When object at rest, the velocity v equal to 0 and the acceleration a equal to 0. Therefore, the object continue to be at rest, static. For example, a truck is carrying an unfastened load with a constant velocity. The load is at rest, then the truck suddenly stops and the load move forward and hit the cabin. This is because load is trying to retain its state. Second condition is object in motion. When object in motion, velocity is not equal to 0. Acceleration is equal to 0. A equal to 0. Therefore, the object will continue in motion with a constant velocity and the same direction. As you can see from the video, the electric fan continue move for a period after the electricity is turned off. The blade of the fan were in motion and takes time to come to rest after being switched off. Okay, you already understand the concept of inertia. Very simple concept. The motion object remain in moving with constant velocity. The object at rest continue at rest. Now let's take a look at the factor that affect the inertia. From this picture, what happened to both ball if you push? How does the mass affect the inertia? Very simple. A bowling ball has a larger mass compared to a ball. Larger mass is harder to push. When the mass is larger, the inertia also larger. The larger mass is more difficult to stop from moving compared to the lighter mass. Therefore, the relationship between mass and inertia is mass directly proportional to the inertia. Inertia has many applications in daily life, both in positive and negative. For example, swirling of coffee, dusting a carpet, falling of fruits, and the last one, a bus suddenly break. Now let's discuss together one by one. Falling fruit. When the branch of a tree is shaken, the branch comes in motion as the force is applied on the branch, but the fruits want to remain at rest. Due to inertia, the fruit fall down. Next, swirling of coffee. An object will continue to move in the same direction unless another force on it. For instance, due to inertia, when you stir coffee and stop, the swirling action continue. It is because of the inertia of direction. Next one, when a fast-moving bus suddenly stops, the passenger falls forward due to the inertia of motion. When the driver bus applied brake, suddenly the lower part of body come to rest as the bus come to rest. But the upper part of body continue to move forward due to the inertia of motion. Therefore, a forward force is exerted on the body will fall the forward direction. The last one is dusting a carpet. When carpet is beaten with a stick, the carpet come in motion, but the dust particle remain at rest. But because of the inertia, the dust particle come out. So let's proceed to the positive effect of inertia. Here are some positive applications of inertia in daily life. Transportation. Inertia is used in a variety of transportation systems. When a vehicle is moving, inertia helps to keep it moving, even the engine is turned off. This is why car can coast for a distance after you take off your foot off the pedal gas. Sport. Inertia also used in a sport. For example, when a basketball player swing the bat, inertia helps to propel the ball along the distance. Here are some negative applications of inertia in daily life. Accident. Accidents are involved in a collision due to inertia. Their body will continue traveling at a certain velocity until hits obstruction. Without a seatbelt, passenger can be seriously injured. Difficult changing direction. Inertia can make difficult to change direction, especially you are moving in a high speed. For example, if you are driving a car, you need to swerve to avoid an obstacle. It will take more time and effort to do because of the inertia. Here are some ways to reduce the negative effect of inertia. As you can see, the giraffe wears a seat belt. What is the function of seat belt? Seat belt is prevent them being thrown forward and hurting the driver. The next one is reduce the negative effect of inertia is using an airbag. The function of airbag is prevent the driver from hitting the steering wheel. Alright student, what do you think about the inertia? A very simple topic to understand, right? Inertia is not physical quantity. There is nothing to calculate in this topic, but its natural properties from the object. Inertia is tendency of an object in motion remain in motion. Object at rest remain at rest unless upon by a force. Example of inertia is falling of fruit when tree is shaken, bus in moving uniformly, brake steadily. Inertia applied in Newton's first law of motion that state an object at rest or in motion will remain at rest or in motion unless upon by external force. Moral value from this topic is don't give up. When we are working towards a goal, there will be times we feel like giving up. But inertia reminds us that if we keep moving forward even slowly, we will reach our destination. That's all from class today. I hope from this lesson you will be able to explain with the example the concept of inertia and justify the effect of inertia in daily life. See you in the next class. See you in the next topic. Bye bye.